but that's what you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I've said earlier, bail is a decision of the court taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. Is here. This is the law. Terrorism Prohibition and Prevention Act says I cannot be tried in Nigeria. That's the law of Nigeria. Yes. I can never be tried in any court of law in Nigeria. That's what the law says. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says. Section, not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committing an act of terrorism. Yes. Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. Is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world. I have in my case. Nobody has, there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All these shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You never stand. Not with me. I believe in justice and fairness. That's all.
Nigeria signed to a standard, not to rendition.
Yes. Now let me explain exactly what is going on here. So, like I've always said, I've constantly maintained my position about this matter. The Nigerian government does not have the jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu. Basically, on these trials that they've brought against him. These are the DSS officers. You can see them masking up as if they want to go and hold even the people that went to carry Osama bin Laden did not dress like this. But anyway, let's proceed. So this is exactly what I've been saying about this matter. You see, the case of this Nnamdi Kanu is like a case of where a kidnapper kidnapped somebody and then the victim refused to pay ransom. Then the next thing is you decide to take the victim to the court. The kidnapper took the victim to the court that this person I kidnapped him and refused to pay ransom. That is the case of Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government. And why did I put it in this way? Now, this is the reason I put it this way. These people, first and foremost, they committed a very big atrocity by going to invade Nnamdi Kanu's home, where on that day, over 20-something people were pied on that day, in his house. He narrowly escaped. All his whole house, his wardrobe and everything were shattered with bullets and everything. Including pet dogs were pied on that same day. This man narrowly escaped. This is somebody who is on bail. The Nigerian government committed this atrocity, but the Nigerian judiciary blinded their eyes from that incident. This man went about trying to enjoy his refugee in other countries, only for him to be kidnapped again by the same criminal government that went to invade his house. They went to still kidnap him from Kenya without going through repatriation processes in the court in Kenya. They kidnapped him and brought him back to this country, marked his face with a black cloth, then brought him before a judge. And that judge sat down and was saying something. Telling who? I don't know exactly how to make Nigeria. See, like, honestly speaking, sometimes I look at this case and I feel like, why did God actually even make me a Nigerian in the first place? Because I've never seen injustice in a broad daylight like this. This is the worst case of injustice in the world. And the British government, who is also another fraudulent government establishment in another part of the world, is sitting down there, and this man is supposed to be their citizen. They've only showed up in this matter for once. Only God even knows if they are not even complicit to this atrocity going on here. And I beg to differ that I cannot always come out to argue that the British government has a hand in what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody who is holding your passport, a British passport, was kidnapped from Kenya, and you people kept blind eyes like it doesn't really matter. It is if it was an American citizen, this nonsense shouldn't be happening. But because the British government is quick to become a complicit in crimes everywhere around the world, they will easily do this kind of thing, support this kind of atrocity. The Nigerian government has completely become an enterprise of criminality. The judicial system has become a banditry organization where laws are evaded, where laws are broken, and they will endorse and stamp it. That is why Peter Obi came out recently and said that the INEC is not even the problem of Nigeria, but the judiciary is the problem. Let me just stop from here.